My name is Allyson. I'm 39 years old, a mother of 2 daughters, and I have breast cancer. I hope that by telling my story, other women will get yearly mammograms in order to diagnose cancer at its earliest stages. I had my first mammogram at 35 because my mom is a breast cancer survivor. Then I forgot about scheduling yearly exams until I was 39 years old. 4 months ago, I had a routine physical that included a mammogram at my request. I remember that it was painful, but figured I wouldn't have to worry about it for another year. However, a few days later, I got a phone call saying the radiologist wanted to do a repeat mammogram. I figured it was still routine and went to have it done. The doctor talked to me afterward and told me he saw some calcification in my left breast, and that I could either wait 6 months or get a biopsy immediately. I asked him what he would tell his wife or daughter to do. He said he'd tell them to get a biopsy ASAP. I didn't understand the significance of calcification and didn't do any research at that time because I wanted to pretend that it was still normal and that my breast had just changed due to age. About 2 weeks later, I was informed that I have ductal cell carcinoma in situ, a type of pre-cancer that is contained in one of my milk ducts, and I was terrified. I immediately started reading everything about my diagnosis and met with a breast surgeon who explained that I would most likely have a lumpectomy and some radiation. My doctor was very thorough and asked about my family history of cancer as well as my heritage. As I mentioned earlier, my mother is a breast cancer survivor, and unfortunately my father died of bone cancer when I was 19 years old. I'm an Eastern European Jew, and due to my background, I'm more likely to carry the breast cancer gene, so I underwent genetic testing. It took 3 weeks to get the results, and during the entire time I was convinced that I carried the breast cancer gene, and it was horrible. I had assumed that I would have a double mastectomy if I carried the gene because I didn't want to have a chance of a recurrence of cancer ever in my life. Thankfully, I don't carry the breast cancer gene. The next step was having my first ever MRI. That's when the doctors discovered 2 more areas of cancer in the same breast. 2 days later, I was absolutely shocked when my doctor called to tell me she would have to perform a mastectomy. I hung up the phone and ran up to my bedroom and sobbed into my pillow so my children wouldn't hear me. At this point, I don't know what will happen after the mastectomy. If more cancer is found when they examine the tissue, I might have radiation and possibly chemotherapy, and that's what scares me the most. It sounds vain, but I hate the idea of losing my hair and having people see what I'm going through rather than be able to hide behind a facade of everything being okay. And most of the time I am okay. If anything, this experience has made me a lot stronger. Please schedule a mammogram and do monthly self-breast examinations. Most importantly, always listen to your body. If you think something isn't right, question your doctor.